Ever feel like you're constantly chasing your tail financially? Working long hours, sticking to a budget, yet that dream vacation or comfortable emergency fund always seems just out of reach? It's a struggle many of us face. But hold on, it might not be just your spending habits holding you back. There's a whole world out there, a web of industries that might unintentionally make it harder to build financial security. We're talking about the glamorous world of luxury goods, the seemingly convenient world of credit cards, and even some essential services we rely on every day. You might think, isn't that stuff for rich people? Well, not exactly. Even if you're not buying a designer bag or maxing out your credit card, these industries can have a sneaky way of impacting your wallet. Let's dive in and explore how some everyday things might be keeping you from reaching your financial goals. That being said, speaking of goals, a goal of this channel is to reach 1,000 subscribers, so don't forget to hit that red button and ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss another video from this channel, and like the video so you don't miss anything from us. First, we'll start with this giant monster with its many mouths chewing on your finances. Luxury industry. Luxury brands, those masters of beautiful things and hashtag goals-worthy lifestyles, can be sneaky little devils when it comes to your financial dreams. They lure you in with more than just a pretty dress or a shiny watch. Let's unpack how they do that, shall we? Forget for a second that you're just buying a scarf. Luxury stores turn shopping into an experience. Think plush carpets, salespeople who treat you like royalty, and an atmosphere that screams exclusivity. Boom. That $500 scarf you saw online suddenly transforms into a luxurious escape from a daily grind. A retail therapy session disguised as a necessity. We've all been there. You finally nailed that project, got that promotion, boom. Celebrate. Right? Luxury brands know this struggle. They position their products as the ultimate reward, a tangible symbol of your hard work. Remember that feeling when you finally snagged that designer bag you'd been eyeing forever? Yeah, that's exactly the emotion they're trying to trigger. Luxury thrives on scarcity. Limited editions, controlled production, and waiting lists all add to the mystique. It's a game of, if you have to ask the price, you probably can't afford it. Think about the legendary Hermes Birkin bag. Starting price? More than a decent used car. But owning one isn't just about the bag. It's about belonging to a very exclusive club. Some brands even destroy unsold items to keep that feeling of rarity alive. Talk about playing hard to get. Humans are social creatures, and we all crave that feeling of belonging and being seen. Luxury brands get this. By owning their stuff, we project an image of success and achievement. It's a subtle form of bragging, a way to showcase how awesome you are to the world. This isn't accidental. Brands plaster their logos on everything from keychains to clothing, constant reminders of the luxury lifestyle you've supposedly attained. Social media has only amplified this desire for external validation. Our feeds are flooded with perfectly curated photos showcasing the latest and greatest luxury buys. Suddenly, that new bag isn't just a personal treat, it's a way to win the elusive social media game. Keeping up with the Joneses, or should we say the Kardashians, becomes a never-ending pressure. Let's face it, smart financial decisions don't always come down to pure logic. We're emotional creatures, and luxury brands are masters at pushing our buttons. They tap into our desires for self-reward, social validation, and a sense of belonging. Before you know it, you've swiped your card on an impulse buy that might not exactly align with your long-term financial goals. Look, there's nothing wrong with treating yourself, but the key is to be mindful and intentional about your luxury purchases. Don't get swept away by the emotional roller coaster that luxury brands create. Ask yourself the tough questions. Does this purchase truly fit with my long-term financial plans? Could I find something similar for way less cash? Would this bring me lasting joy, or is it just a fleeting feeling? By taking a step back and considering these questions, you can ensure that your hard-earned money goes towards things that truly matter to you, and not just the latest fad or status symbol. Let's look at another financial pitfall: credit cards. Credit cards seem like magic plastic, letting you buy whatever you want now and worry about it later. But that convenience can come at a steep price, and before you know it, you might be stuck in a debt trap that keeps you from reaching your financial goals. Here's how credit cards can leave you feeling poorer than ever. Credit card companies don't make their money by handing out free money. Those rewards and points you love come with a hidden cost: sky-high interest rates. We're talking 17% or even higher. If you don't pay your balance in full every month, that interest starts adding up like crazy. Imagine buying a new phone. $1,000 might seem manageable, but with interest, you could end up paying thousands more over time. Basically, you're paying for that phone several times over. Let's say you only pay the minimum amount due each month. This might seem okay at first, but it's a slippery slope. Minimum payments are designed to keep you in debt for a long time, which means more interest gets piled on each month. It's like trying to empty a swimming pool with a teaspoon. You'll be there ever. Once you're stuck with a credit card balance, it can feel almost impossible to escape. Every month, a chunk of your paycheck disappears to creditors, leaving you with less money for groceries, rent, or saving for the future. This can lead you to rely on even more credit to make ends meet, creating a vicious cycle of debt. Credit card companies love fees. Go over your limit? Fee. Pay your bill late? Fee. These fees might seem small at first, but they add up pretty quickly, draining your already strained finances. Maxing out your credit cards or missing payments can seriously damage your credit score. A bad credit score makes it harder and more expensive to borrow money for important things like a house or a car. This can limit your opportunities and keep you financially stuck. Credit cards can be a useful tool, but only if used responsibly. Before you swipe, consider these questions. Can I afford to pay this off in full next month? Do I really need this? Or do I want it? Are there cheaper alternatives? By being mindful of these pitfalls, you can avoid the debt trap and keep your hard-earned money working for you, not the credit card companies. Credit woes are pesky, but the situation gets even uglier from the next one here. Beauty companies. Remember when you woke up feeling confident, then scrolled through your Instagram and suddenly your skin looks dull and your eyebrows needed a whole rework? Welcome to the wonderful world of beauty insecurity, a land cleverly crafted by the beauty industry to keep you spending those hard-earned bucks. Here's the trick. They use social media to bombard us with images of airbrushed perfection. Think flawless celebrity complexions and influencer faces smoother than glass. Thanks to filters, of course. These unrealistic images make us feel inadequate, planting a seed of doubt about our natural beauty. Now, feeling insecure is big business for makeup companies. Suddenly, that $50 tube of concealer doesn't seem so extravagant. It's the magic potion to bridge the gap between our reflection and those flawless online faces. We buy into the idea that achieving beauty requires layers of makeup, a never-ending cycle of products promising to fix what society deems flaws. But here's the fact. The no makeup trend emerged as a rebellion against this pressure. The idea? Embrace your natural beauty, freckles and all. Sounds good? Well, not exactly. Many women, conditioned by years of makeup dependency, felt even more self-conscious barefaced. The natural look became another unrealistic standard, this time with the pressure to have flawless skin even without makeup.
How weird.
Social media furthers the confusion with the glowy skin trend. Flawless, dewy complexions are all the rage, but let's be real. Most people get pimples, have uneven skin tone, or just deal with the regular hormonal changes. The natural look on social media rarely reflects this reality. It's airbrushed perfection disguised as barefaced. The filters and fancy marketing are there to fool you. The truth is, you are beautiful, just the way you are. The beauty industry thrives on insecurity, making billions by convincing us that we all need these products to be worthy of love and acceptance. And honestly, who wants to be ugly or cast aside? If you've withstood the temptations this far, this might be where you finally take the bite of the forbidden fruit, the debt industry. Let's face it, debt is everywhere these days. It's like that annoying house guest that just won't leave. We swipe our plastic cards for everything from groceries to that new gadget that we don't really need, slowly sinking deeper into financial quicksand. But who's really pulling the strings? The debt industry. That's who. Here's how they're keeping you stuck on the financial hamster wheel. They lure you in with promises of convenience and rewards, but those rewards come at a steep price. Credit card interest rates are crazy high, often reaching a whopping 29.99%. Imagine buying a new outfit with your card. A few $100 today could snowball into thousands over time if you only pay the minimum. You're basically paying for those clothes several times over. Credit card companies love minimum payments. They seem manageable at first, but that's the trick. Those tiny payments barely cover the interest, meaning you're stuck in debt for years, constantly forking over cash to the bank instead of building your savings. Car loans are another culprit. You drive that new car off the lot feeling fancy, but its value plummets the moment you hit the road. Meanwhile, you're paying interest on something that's constantly losing worth. Think about it. Wouldn't it be smarter to save up for a reliable used car and keep more money in your pocket? Mortgages can be a good thing, but only if you're responsible. The debt industry pushes the idea of house rich, cash poor, encouraging people to buy more houses than they can afford. Suddenly, you're drowning in mortgage payments, leaving no room for other expenses or emergencies. Home equity loans sound like a magic solution, letting you tap into the value of your house. But beware, this adds even more debt to your already burdened home, putting your entire house at risk if you can't keep up. Is a fancy vacation or a new TV really worth jeopardizing your roof over your head? The debt industry thrives on keeping you trapped in a cycle of borrowing and paying, but you can break free. Here's how. Unless you pay your balance in full every month, credit cards are trouble. Use cash or debit cards instead. Track your income and expenses to see where your money goes. Prioritize saving and avoid unnecessary debt. Don't fall for the pressure to keep up with the Joneses. Buy what you need, not what you just want. Consider buying a reliable used car instead of a brand new one that loses value instantly. Remember, financial freedom is the ultimate prize. Don't let the debt industry bully you into a lifetime of payments.
So there you have it.
We've talked about the pressure from the beauty industry to conform to unrealistic standards, the credit card companies luring you into a debt trap, and the luxury brands playing an exclusivity game that keeps your wallet empty. Use the tips to make your own financial decisions and make smart decisions. Like subscribing to this channel, Declassified, for more educational videos about the society we live in.